Welcome back. Our coverage continues, and we have not just seen evidence of the targets that have been hit with the precision strikes, but in today's press conference, some more evidence, some more pictures came to fore of Pakistani misadventure that has been punished. And this particular image here behind me, and the header says 15 LR air-to-air missiles. Colonel Shailendra, these are the missiles that were fired from the Pakistani side, and we have downed them, isn't it?
I must tell you this one thing very clearly. When a 3DGMO briefing shows these photographs, that means there is a courage of conviction on our part that here we are. Now let somebody deny it. I don't know what the proof is or what the proof is not. As I said earlier also, this is not a proof for me to tell Pakistan. They know it. They will never own up, even if you actually take physically there. You will show the marking there. They will not own up. PL-15 is a Chinese one, basically. Will China say that this is PL-15? No, they will not. But this is an absolute official version of what my country has done. We have shown you the photographs of, let us say, Noor Khan, airfield being destroyed, or whatever happened. It's for you to say yes or no.
Essentially, we're not trying to prove anything to the world, Commander Jaitley, but because you know, the people of this country stood with the forces. This is also to answer a lot of questions that perhaps people wanted to know about the operation, that these are the remnants of the missiles that were fired by Pakistan, Commander Jaitley, that were downed by our forces. It also talks a great deal about our might.
Yes, very much. So PL-15, as you said, long-range air-to-air missile, they are fired and we have downed them. And there's a lot of debris. They have just shown hardly not even 10% of that. There's much more which has been destroyed. So they can't show, they can't have hours and hours of briefing. So just some samples for the Indian public. Here it is. The samples are there.
Also to hit out, digitally the propaganda war that is being carried out by Pakistan. We have some more pictures. Now, this is likely a long-range rocket. So these are long-range rockets, Colonel Shailendra, once again lying on the floor, hit by our forces.
Why are they rocket? Why they are not a shell? You know, the Pakistanis can even ask that foolish question. The fins are the one which tells you that it's a rocket.
Okay.
It's a very simple way of identifying.
Okay.
But
distinguishing between the shell and the actual rockets.
Yes. Because if there is a, let's say, a 500-pounder shell, it will not have this. What I'm trying to tell you is this only, again, that when we are showing all this, we have all this in physical, let somebody ask us. That's a different thing. But we have opened up that this is what they tried to do. And if they have tried to bring up this kind of rocket, well, yes, I have also got a right that I'll send something from my side to you. It is something like when we were just now having that conference and some reporter asked, Kirana, you saw the smile, the way the air marshal...
That's why I said, was it sarcasm or was it, you figure it out yourself, we're not saying anything about it.
No, he's telling you. He's telling you to figure it actually.
That's what I'm saying, figure it out yourself.
You tell me one thing, something like Kirana happens, one part. You join up with that immediately an aircraft comes to start measuring radiation. And that's also news. Whether wrong or right, I'm not saying connected. Because that is what is roaming around in Pakistan.
Yes, doing the rounds, definitely.
Then suddenly you find that within short span, there is suddenly a talk about a so-called ceasefire. Is it normal?
Basically, read between the lines and connect the dots.
Why not?
Some more images. I believe these are of the loitering munitions. That's what the title says, loitering munitions and unmanned aerial systems. Now, again, all of them destroyed, completely decimated, Commander Jaitley.
Either from Turkey or from China. These are the only two countries which have given them. I think Turkey has given much more than China even.
We have something written on it also. Perhaps later when we can zoom in, we'd be able to get more details about the kind of unmanned vehicles that we're talking about. So these have been destroyed. What is that terminology? Hard kill or soft kill?
See, hard kill is you kill with the bullets or your own missiles or whatever it is.
So that would destroy it completely.
And soft kill is actually what we call directed energy weapons. You don't fire the bullets, you just fire the energy beam. With that you jam them or deviate them, and so that their electronic system starts working, it falls like a bird.
So is that a rocket?
As a layman, I'll explain it to you. You see this quadcopter?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 wings, nothing damaged.
So soft kill.
This must have been a
Okay,
soft
soft
kill. That's what
kill.
I'm saying. Had it been a hard kill, it would have just, you know, it would be something like this.
Something
then.
like that. Okay.
Tootega. Bikhar
Completely
jayega.
destroyed. And that is a rocket there? So it's a mix of pictures?
Yes,
that
yes,
one?
100%, 100%. You
So,
can
so
make
all of this, imagine all of this was targeted towards India. The projectiles, the loitering munitions, the unmanned aerial systems, and more pictures
many
now
of them?
raised to the ground. And can we go through them one by one and
very
try and
difficult.
understand what we are looking at here? So this is, I believe, a complete collage of the drones. Okay, the title makes it clear. Recovered decimated drone debris. These are all drones.
All
Remember
types
the
of drones.
swarm of drones that came in from the Pakistani side, Colonel Shailendra, and how they look after being decimated and completely destroyed and razed to the ground. Along with it, Pakistan's intentions of trying to destabilize India also razed to the ground.
Oh yes, 100%. It is very much there. Odd photograph, if I have to start finding fault like Pakistan, he may say this is not a drone. You know, this is how he can say, because that doesn't appear like a drone. I agree on that. But then, this is a drone. This is part of the drone which has been demolished. The tires are visible. This is a drone. Some part of it. When you are looking at it. Oh, yeah.
And also this gives you an idea, Commander Jaitley, the kind of weapons that are being used in this warfare. These are different type of drones that we are looking at. But
correct.
what does that tell you about the air defense system?
See, air defense system is actually so that they should not be able to attack you. You should be able to destroy it. So these are the weapons which are coming from the other side. I am destroying them.
Sir, a very specific answer to what she asked. What does it talk about the air defense system? It only talks about one. If you will come to India, you will be in this form.
That's the answer I'm looking for. So that's
Whatever.
what it tells you about the might of your air defense
Absolutely.
system. Intercept, track,
ये हाल होगा
decimate them
तुम्हारा.
completely.
इधर आओगे तो ये हाल होगा तुम्हारा.
Very simple.
Correct.
Do we have more images? Can we move on? Can we move on to more images? All right, let's change it. Now, here's a video. This is the Noor Khan Air Base. And the moment of the strike, I believe, on camera, how the Noor Khan Air Base was struck. Now, Colonel Shailendra, can you take us through the significance? We are witnessing whatever has happened. Here in the video also, we have the details from the press conference. What is the significance of
Noor
this?
Khan is a most prestigious, big enough, Air Force base for Pakistan. They have their refuelers, the aerial refuelers, what they have. They have their transport hub here, the transport aircraft hub. More than that, there are another 3 to 5 squadrons which are there. From here, the complete ISPR and the ISI communication center is there. That is why it gains so much of importance, not only for me, for Pakistan.
And I think Air Marshal Kapoor should come in here when we are talking about the Noor Khan Air Base. Air Marshal Kapoor, these are videos now, one video that we are playing out here on the big screen of how the Noor Khan Air Base was at the exact moment when that strike takes place. Your, analysis on the significance of what transpired. Also, in the press briefing also made absolutely clear that we did this because Pakistanis came to give cover to the terrorists. They were fighting on behalf of terrorists who were being hit by us.
So I will just go back first to the pictures that you showed of UAVs, rockets and everything else. What it signifies is it is a huge intelligence catch that we have today. It proves that what is the capability Pakistan has in terms of UAVs, what is the kind of range those UAVs can have, what is the kind of payloads they carry, what is their guidance system, and so on and so forth. That was the first. Second is the rockets and the missiles that they fired. What it shows is that those can be neutralized by our air defense system, both using Akash as well as a medium range SAMs. Coming to the Noor Khan Air Force base, what is significant is its strategic importance. It is in the heart of, very close to the Pakistani capital, Islamabad. It is very, very important in terms of command and control, in terms of communications, in terms of how various things move through their transport aircraft across the length and breadth of Pakistan. The message that India has very clearly given is, we to neutralize everything, we would have had to fire many more weapons. But we chose a target on the base which very clearly indicated the intention and the message that if we can hit this target, we can hit everything else. We could have hit those aircraft parked on the tarmac. We could have hit the fuel dump there. We could have hit anything that we wanted to hit there. So it is now what is the damage caused, how many people died, whether the hangar had something or not, I think that is immaterial.
Right. Also,
What
just
is
like
material
it was said that
with one weapon or two
it's Pakistan's job now to count the bodies. Similarly, it's Pakistan's job to assess the damage that has been done.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we have not just claimed, but here is the evidence of what you were trying to resort to and how we've given you a befitting response. Brigadier Tyagi, I think that says everything. That if we could hit here, imagine.
One second, if I could just come.
All right.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely. And
one thing, if I could
Okay, just one last comment coming in from Air Marshal Kapoor, and then I'll come to you.
Yeah, thank you. So one last comment I want to make is it is also an indication and a clear message to Pakistan of the quality of intelligence that we can produce to strike and target any of their facilities or any of their bases at the will of our Air Force and the nation.
Absolutely, Brigadier Tyagi. And now imagine,
Thank you.
Now imagine the response that came in about Kirana Hills. Thank you for informing us. We didn't know that already.
yeah, so of course that was a wonderful remark that the DG Air Operations made, and it really tickled me. So, be that as it may, let me come back to what I was trying to say before the Air Marshal came up with his concluding remarks. I'm again kind of bringing you back to the fact that all of our distinguished panelists have absolutely, in wonderful terms, described as to how and what we have achieved. I'm saying, and I'm repeatedly saying this, while we absolutely, sort of recount what has happened in last 4-5 days and how much successes that we've achieved, I'm saying let us just continue on this path and continue to build up our capacity, replenish what we've expended. Let us just keep ahead of this curve. I'm desperately trying to be on the same point over and over again, to the extent that probably at nauseum you must be thinking that why is this guy speaking about this? Because I know Pakistan is not going to back off, right? So therefore, I'm making this point over and over and over again.
So you are basically cautioning everyone to not get carried away?
Yes, I'm saying not only carried away, it is what it is, right? Our successes are for the whole world to see, and they've seen it, right? But then again, let us just not kind of keep talking about those. Let us just also take a sort of step back, pause, and we can organize to how we now need to go ahead. And to that extent, we need to continue to keep building our capacities. Now that we have stated a policy of, every act of terror would be an act of war, which means what? Which means that the 3 armed forces of India need to be ever ready for war, right? Because these guys can turn around and do, a couple of idiots decide tomorrow that they need to blow up X, or, 4 idiots decide they want to shoot up Y number of people, which means we've already stated as a policy that any act of terror we will take it as an act of war.
Right.
Which means what? Our capacity should be so high, right? And now that we've changed the normal, the new normal is that we no longer are going to restrict ourselves to POK. The whole of Pakistan is now, under threat.
In our reach?
We will bring down the wrath of God onto them, right? So therefore, what I'm saying is, we must continue to build our capacity.
Right, so you're saying continue with the missions, continue to strike if required, but at the same time, capacity building. All right, Colonel Shailendra wants to come in on that.
That's very important.
Tyagi sir, Kapoor sir, you said it so well, and I'll summarize it for a layman to understand what Kapoor sir was saying. Modi ji said it so well, and I'm only adding one word to that. Pakistan, we can reach you anywhere. We can identify everything. We will track anything you have, and we will destroy everything you have. I think this is what has happened.
Absolutely.
Overall, in those 3, 4, 5 days, this has happened.
Now, Commander Jaitley also wants to add, very quickly, Commander Jaitley, because there are some people who are also asking, and I'm not getting into politics today. Some people who are asking, what about those who carried out the Pahalgam attack? Where are those people? At a time when we are talking about striking at the terror bases where they are produced, brainwashed or not, people can use those terms, but where they are produced, trained to go and attack India, these facilities where, constantly batches and batches of terrorists are produced, was hit, which was a larger message to the perpetrators and the backers, isn't it?
So those 9 launching pads of the terrorists, they have been already destroyed. There are definitely many more, there is no doubt. But let me tell you, the non-military actions which India has taken, they continue to be there. We are going to starve them, or we are going to flood them as we like with Indus Water Treaty in abeyance. जैसा कि मोदी ने बोला पानी और खून एक साथ नहीं बहेगा. Now that's very important. Then we have stopped all the trade. We have stopped their visas. All Pakistanis, they are being sent back. Those who are still underground, hiding somewhere, they will be, found sooner or later, and they'll be sent back. So all those actions, the so-called non-military actions, they are also in progress. And I think we should not be cool on them. We should continue to follow up and make sure that each and every Pakistan goes back.
Absolutely.